Washington wasn't a great strategist. His tactics weren't that good. But even though he lost a lot more battles than he won, against all odds, Washington led this ragtag army to victory.
It was at Valley Forge during the brutal winter of 1777 and 78 that General Washington would encounter the turning point of his military career and the turning point of the Revolution.
It was a time when the Continental soldiers were doubting their own ability to win the war, when the soldiers were going through such intense suffering through lack of food, lack of suitable clothing, through disease, terrible weather. There were 10,000 to 12,000 soldiers, of whom 2,000 died of disease.
In the months preceding Valley Forge, Washington's troops in every encounter with the British, from Brandywine to Germantown, had been defeated. Some members of the Second Continental Congress thought Washington was incompetent and wanted to replace him as commanding general.
So Washington's really, at Valley Forge, he's under unbelievable pressure. Unbelievable pressure. And yet, he stayed there for the whole time, managing his army, keeping it together, to the point that Washington at Valley Forge earned not just the respect, not just the trust of his soldiers, but he earned the love of his soldiers, something he had never had before. At Valley Forge, Washington showed the most important thing, is that he cared if they lived or died.
The situation of the Army is most critical and alarming. Many of the troops have not drawn the smallest supplies. They have been on the point of dispersing. The troops must have instant relief, or we shall have reason to apprehend the worst consequences.